Welcome Katami crew. My name is Katami Poppy, and today you're watching another episode of Katami Recipes. Today we're going to be making a Philly cheesesteak. Today's recipe is going to be involving a cheese whiz Philly cheesesteak and another one is going to have provolone. And what you see here today is really all that you're going to need. So let me go ahead and introduce the participants of this Philly cheesesteak party here. Right here we have some diced green bell peppers. We also have some red bell peppers here. We have some white onions. We're also going to be using some smoked provolone cheese. If you don't really like the smoked flavor, you can opt to get the non-smoked flavor. We're going to be using seasonings of garlic powder and salt. This is optional. Garlic powder is optional. And we're going to be using a ribeye steak that has been in the freezer. It's highly recommended that this stays in the freezer before you start your recipe, just to get some nice cuts on it. And of course, the star of the show here is going to be the Sola bread buns as our hoagie. These have a 19 total grams of carbs, subtract that 11 grams of fiber and the 2 grams of sugar alcohol with the beautiful recipe of 6 grams net carbs. This is going to be a good one, y'all. So go ahead and lay down your ribeye steak on the cutting board and get you a nice sharp knife and start cutting down some thin slices of your steak here. I highly recommend you have some knife skills. You want to be as careful as possible. Again, go ahead and freeze your steak for at least 20 to 30 minutes before you continue with this process. After you're done slicing your ribeye steak, this is about the consistency that you're looking for. You want to make sure that your steak is nice, even, and has some nice, beautiful marbling that's going to be rendering down in the cooking process. This is going to be great, guys. So we're going to go ahead and pour in our red bell peppers and green bell peppers inside of a medium hot skillet. We're also going to go ahead and throw in some white onions. The white onions are going to give this Philly cheesesteak recipe just a overall beautiful color that we're looking for in our cheesesteaks. So we're just going to go ahead and cook these down for, just a few minutes, 5 minutes tops. In that period of time, you should be getting a very good color on the saute side. So just cook them down, and we're going to be adding our ribeye steak. So right now we have our ribeye steak inside of our hot skillet along with our bell peppers and onions here. We're going to just have these ribeye steak slices just cook really, really well into our bell peppers and onions with all that fat rendering down and just adding a lot of beautiful flavor to this dish right here. Remember, we're only going to be seasoning this with garlic powder and salt, and we're going to be adding more of our seasoning towards the end of the cooking process, just to make sure we keep a lot of our moisture. So at this point, your ribeye steak and your bell peppers and onions have cooked to a beautiful color of your liking. And depending on how many people you're serving, you're going to go ahead and make a split and get ready to slap down some provolone cheese on your ribeye steak and bell peppers just nicely, so we can get a nice, beautiful melt on this recipe here, guys. If you're watching this video up until this point and you love what you're seeing, go ahead and just like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so you won't miss another Katami Recipes video. I really appreciate it. So after you're done laying down your cheese, you're going to make sure that you have your hoagies nice and toasted and ready to serve. Okay, so we're going to make one more Philly cheesesteak. This one is going to be the Cheese Whiz cheesesteak. I didn't have any footage of me actually making the Cheese Whiz, but I'm going to see if I can link the recipe that I use for the Cheese Whiz in the description below. That way you can go ahead and just make it and have it ready for your second cheesesteak. For the Cheese Whiz cheesesteak, I actually added a garlic aioli. This is another recipe that I'm going to be dropping on my YouTube channel and my blog. But if you guys want this one quicker, go ahead and like this video. Let me see if I can get 25 likes, and I'll drop this on Friday. Okay, guys, give me some likes here, and I'll give you guys this delicious garlic aioli, and we'll call it a day. This was beautiful. Here's the finished product, you guys. 2 Philly cheesesteaks in the books. If you guys really like this video, like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell so you won't miss another Tommy Recipes video. Until next time, I love you all. Bye-bye.